YouTube, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Hank and John ship Nerdfighteria. Their continuing mission to explore strange new nerd cultures, seek out new videos and new randomizations, to go boldly. We do not split infinitives here, where no nerd has gone before. Yeah, okay, I just went to see Star Trek, and I wanted to share my opinions and thoughts with all of you. This video comes in two parts. Part 1, non-spoilery stuff. So everybody can watch this part. Star Trek, as it is being called, or Star Trek 11, oh my god, there have been 11, is a continuation of a marvelously fantastic and long-lived franchise that began with William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy through the vision of the fantastic Gene Roddenberry. May he rest in peace. If you have never seen the original Star Trek, you can do so on YouTube. They're free. So you can go watch an episode of the original series right now. It's kind of hilariously bad. Or if you're like me, you've been mostly exposed to The Next Generation. I actually just found this. It's a VHS tape that the Catherine taped off of television, which has several Star Trek The Next Generation episodes on it, as well as a made-for-TV documentary of Star Trek The Next Generation. So yeah, there is a huge nerd streak that runs through this whole household. So obviously I have a lot invested in the Star Trek franchise. It was one of my primary forming influences, like Mom, Dad, Jean-Luc Picard. I wrote a song about it. So walking into that theater, I was 1, extremely excited, and 2, kinda nervous. There have been plenty of really bad Star Trek movies, and I didn't want this one to suck. So let me get this out of the way immediately. It didn't suck. Well done to the writers, cast, crew, director, producer. It was an extremely enjoyable journey with maybe a few plot details that didn't have to be wedged quite so awkwardly into the movie, but overall a marvelous extension of the franchise. Tons of fun, good story, great relationships between the characters. Nothing that, as a fairly dorky Star Trek fan, pissed me off at all. All the characters played themselves very well. Simon Pegg is brilliant as McCoy. The little Russian child prodigy was hilarious. Uhuru got to graduate from being a glorified secretary to being a freaking xenolinguist. Bones was great. I loved Bones, and I loved the Bones-Kirk friendship. I think that was done very, very well. And of course, the whole Kirk-Spock strong bond formed on opposing views of the universe thing was really, really well done too. And Heroes fans, you don't have to worry that you're gonna freak out every time Spock comes on the screen and be like, ah, Sylar! I moved right past it immediately. Sylar was not in the movie for me. But my overall impressions were that it was very fun, very well done, a little less cerebral than I generally like Star Trek to be, but something that I honestly hope is only just the beginning in this new franchise. Now, part 2, the spoilery bits. It would be a very good idea to stop watching this video right now if you have not seen the movie. Generally, time travel annoys me in movies. I think it's kind of cheating. This coming from a lover of the evil baby orphanage, but basically Spock knocking a hole in the universe that goes exactly to where James Kirk's father is going to be doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. And then Kirk gets knocked down onto the planet where Spock has been marooned, and they run into each other despite the fact that it's an entire planet, and Kirk only runs like a mile away from that giant scorpion thing. That didn't really work for me. But I did very much like the little romance with the green girl. I liked the Uhuru thing. I thought that was hot. And I'm a little bit pissed off that they thought that they could destroy all of Vulcan. It kind of destroys the whole universe for me, but I understand why they did it. Big stakes. Makes the impending doom of the asshole much more interesting. Oh my god, and the drill jump scene and the random crewman who had the bombs in the drill jump scene, I was like, yep, random crewman. He's gonna die! I'm very interested to know what the rest of Nerdfighteria thought of this Star Trek movie. Please leave your opinions in comments or go to nerdfighters.com and leave a longer review there. We will be featuring some of those over the weekend. John, live long and prosper.